Okay. So Tony's right. Essentially, this is gonna be a short video, but I am out of the writing slump mainly because I gotta be and I'm in school. I'm in school and I can't be in that bitch. So, like, I gotta do this shit. But no, I'm out of my like writing slump, and sometimes we get in these like funks and slumps and like that. I think over the summer I focused a lot more on what I was doing with my internship. And second year I was like focused just on surviving, man. Like surviving. Second year was brutal on my personal life because I had a lot of financial strain that I had to deal with, and it was coming off of someone dying and stuff like that. And I'm not, like, how long can you like hold on to a death? To like, that's the beginning of a poem. Okay, I yeah, like I was dealing with a lot like personal, just like finance stuff, like losing a job, having to get a job, and the job not paying as much, and being behind, and all my debt, and all my this, and all my that, and like spending all this money, and then being like, girl, you are not good with this. At all. You're not good with finances at all, and dealing with that, and then emotionally processing like changing shifts and fighting with people, and just second year and this summer leading up to this third year, man, has been emotional rough. It's been rough. And as a result, I kind of feel like I needed to go through the experience. I don't feel like I could really write within that experience. I'm definitely one of the people like, girl, your baseline of finances and care need to be like on point, because if not, like, you can't like write, like, and I also felt like, given what I was going through, that shit was not a priority, bitch. Like, I needed to keep lights on. Like, lights on. Food in the fridge to eat. See this water? I needed to pay for that. Not really. We have like a bunch of these, but like, I'm just saying. When I go out and I'm thirsty and I need to refill this cup, where the money at? I'm just saying. I really had to focus on my like finances. I still do, girl. Like, girl, these bills. Girl, let's write a poem about that. But I had to really like work on that, and the other shit was to the side. Move that to the side. So second year, I didn't submit. I don't think I submitted anywhere. I don't think I published. I don't think I did anything. I didn't. If it wasn't schoolwork, I wasn't working on that bitch. So I want to get back into writing and publishing and shit like that, because I really wanted to build up all the places I got just for like connections, and just, people don't recognize, like, they discount how good it feels to be published somewhere. Like, people, like, it's not everything, but I kind of feel like I didn't go to school and pay this amount of money per year to sit here and not be published no damn where when I graduate. Absolutely not. Like, no. And I was telling people, I was like, I think they should make you try and apply to places. Like, even if you don't get it, just knowing that you put yourself out there is such a confidence booster. People be like acting like adults don't need validation, and we don't want validation, and we don't want acceptance and shit like that. Like, oh, we're too cool for school. I feel like if you approach writing like that, like, we all want to be like, we all want some sort of validation. Especially if you're in the creative space, like writing or visual art, filmmaking, and something like that, like, of course you have to have the strength to like know that not everybody's gonna like rock with your shit, but like, we're putting it out there for acceptance, literal acceptance to a journal, but like acceptance in general. Like, if we wanted to just self-publish our shit, we could just put that like shit on Amazon and not care what nobody said, not edited, not nothing, right? But the fact that we're willing to like edit and talk to peers and get stuff reviewed and workshopped and stuff like that means we care, like, to some extent. Like, we care. It's not like we're putting all that stuff like at the top of the top, right? You still have to kind of decide where you're going to stop your editing and where you're going to, you know, workshop certain things and not workshop some things, and at some point know when it's done, right? Because you'll always want to edit it, but knowing when it's essentially going to be done for where you are in your life, and maybe if you pick it up and revisit it in a year or two, whatever. But like, that's kind of what I'm preoccupied my time with. And I feel like I'm in that space again where I want to deal with what comes with writing again, right? Like the editing, the thinking about it, the craft, the revisiting, recalibration, submissions, acceptances, denials. I'm in that space again because I just wasn't in it before. And I think my final year, I also want to push myself to be more consistent in it so that when I leave, again, I'm rolling and I don't have so many lulls. And I've had a lot of pauses in my career jobs, because these weren't really careers. It was like careers, but I changed so many jobs, so many years. I just want to be able to know when I'm in that space of like, I want to know and want to start to make sure I know the difference for myself. If I'm in a slump where I really feel demotivated, or if I'm in a space where I understand it's not as advantageous to write at the moment because there's something that I'm processing or experiencing. I don't want it to be a slump where I'm just not doing anything. I want it to be like where I really am processing something. And then also making sure that I understand my stability levels in terms of like my income, in terms of like housing, in terms of stuff like that. Like making sure that that is actually good and not abandoning that, because that, if I don't have that, I can't write, right? Like I can't be writing under the underpass. I can't be writing behind the dumpster behind these apartment buildings or something like that. I can't be doing that because I'm not going to have no internet to connect my fucking phone on my laptop, Like, I need real things in the world that are going to, like, help me with stability, and I have to put that first. But it feels good to get my shit out there again. So I also submitted places. Like I did 2 submissions last month. In August I did 2 submissions, and hopefully I hear something back. I did do simultaneous submissions for like one of the poems. No, I think both of them. I did like a group of like 3 or so for one place, and then like 2 for like another place. And I should hear back from at least one of them by the end of this month. And so it feels good to kind of like start putting myself back out there. Just because I like exploring what journals are out there and who is taking what. And there's a lot of things that opened up in the fall as we go into like spring 2026 publications. A lot of the things that are going to be open are for that time period, that publishing period of spring 2026 and 2026 summer 2026 as well. Thinking. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. I'm like out of the slump. I'm happy about it. This goes with my animist leanings, because in the fall I tend to be a lot more focused on things, focused on just writing and my ritual because I'm animist, and just things like that. I tend to be more focused. And so, yeah, like this is a part of that. And then also back to school is in the fall too. So I'm like, there's no choice. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.